Hello there, and welcome back to Warthunder, to the second video for the guides of how to Operation SUMMER. Before we come to aircraft, let's talk about ships. Now, before you just stop the video, bear with me because it's actually worth it. And if you do everything correctly, you can fulfill a star in less than an hour, and also the rewards are pretty nice. So I think that's one hell of a bargain for such an event, especially if you compare this for tanks and to a certain degree also planes. So with this you don't need specially high tier ships. In fact, it's better to do it with low tier ships. In fact, rank 2 is all that you need for both ships and planes. The next thing is that the rewards are nice, so let's talk about them. So overall you can get 12 stars from the 7th of August till the 31st of August, and for 5 of them you get the Frekia P493, which has premium status, is rank 2, and obviously in my opinion is better than the Spaviero as an Italian grinding machine, since it has 2 or, for an option, 3 of the Saetta's 40mm guns, and they're fantastic, especially with the new special ammunition. So this is a joy to play, I guess. I will have a look at it as soon as I get my hands on it with the help of Gaijin, of course. And the next thing is that for 10 stars you get the coupon for the Maxim Gorky. You also get the coupon for one of the mythical creatures decals if you get all 12 stars, and everything where you get a coupon for you can also trade on the marketplace, so I guess 20-30 Gaijin coins for the Maxim Gorky. The Maxim Gorky itself is not a premium ship, it will come stock and it will be a reward ship, but it will be a 5.7 battle rating Soviet kind of hybrid between a heavy and a light cruiser, and you know, it is just like the Kirov, but that's still a really good ship, and its HE shells are only second to the Graf Spee, although HE this patch is really nerfed. Now, so the rewards are nice. Let's talk about the requirements. So every 2 days the tasks reset for the stars, and there are 5 requirements. First, cause 25,000 damage. Second, win 8 battles with an activity of 50% or higher. Third, capture 7 points in naval battles whilst controlling a vessel or aircraft. Fourth, destroy 3 enemies with torpedoes, either in a ship or in an aircraft. And the fifth is finish the battle in first place in naval battles. So out of those 5 requirements you have to fulfill 3, and as I shall demonstrate in the first few minutes of this battle here, you can do 2/3 or even more in just one go. So we are in like 3 minutes into the battle itself, and I'm already in the aircraft, and I dealt already 7.8k damage. So the first thing is, what kind of tasks would I go for? Well, I would go for the 25,000 damage, I would go for the 3 enemies that I destroy with a torpedo, and I also would go for first place. In theory, it's possible to completely fulfill the Sailor Star in one battle. Realistically, 2 or 3 battles. And let's just have a look at this torpedo run. I control my speed with the BTD-1 destroyer, which can carry 2 torpedoes with the air brakes. And you also have some Tech Tree planes that also can carry those wonderful Mark 13/44 torpedoes that you can launch with over 500 kilometers per hour. In fact, when it comes to airdrop torpedoes, that's the first casualty of the enemy team, the Americans and the Japanese are the nations to go for this task. He kills me, I don't care, torpedo is in the water and the fish claims its prey. So that's 2 out of the 3 required torpedo kills, and that's also a lot of damage already done to the enemy team, and I still can jump back into a patrol boat. Now, it's not the best one obviously in this case, but still good enough. And this is, as you can see, already in 5 minutes. This is not bragging, but a lot of you can do this. When it comes to the patrol boats, a lot of nations are capable, but simply the best nation to do this are the Americans. Now, before I talk about further, can you do this with cruisers? I mean, can you fulfill the tasks with cruisers? Yes, absolutely. But I just don't think that cruiser gameplay at the moment is really desirable for me personally. Can you do this with destroyers? Yes, absolutely. And the best one would be, again, the Americans. Can you do this with German, British, Soviet, and Italian ships as well? Yes, absolutely, but their torpedo bombers suck. Maybe, yeah, the British, they have some nice premiums that also have the Mark 13/44, and one or two aircraft still have also decent torpedoes that you can launch at a speed in excess of 400 kilometers per hour. Now, the German Heinkel 111s, for example, the Italian torpedoes and also the British torpedoes, together with a handful of Soviet torpedoes, have an awful launch speed. The aircraft needs to get too slow. It's an easy target, and most of them are either medium bombers or even heavy bombers, especially with the Italians that can carry 3. And that just ruins it all because it's such an easy target. As you can see, if you use the terrain as cover, if you control your speed, nothing easier than to get a kill or two with the BT-1 destroyer. Yes, I know it's a premium, but first of all, it's not the most expensive one, and you can do this at least with one torpedo in the same fashion with a lot of the American Tech 3 planes. In fact, if we go to Tech 3 planes, the lowest battle rating that you can fulfill this with is the Japanese 2.3 lineup with ships and planes. In fact, there are 3 new torpedo bombers that I haven't even spaded, and they also have dropping speeds in excess of 500 kilometers per hour. Fantastic. Yes, it's only one, but overall you only need 3 torpedoes. So if everything goes well, you can fulfill this mission in one battle, or the 3 missions, the 3 tasks in one battle. Realistically, it's 2, 3, maybe 4 battles, but you also don't finish. You also don't have to finish a battle. You don't need to win the battle. And for me personally, it's not that difficult with a selected lineup, if I'm really going for it, to get first place repeatedly. But you only need it once. So maybe in some missions or in some battles you can go for the torpedo kills but not for first place. In other battles you have a really good survival rate and you just gun down the enemies. Sure, use this to rack up the damage, but I personally would do it in a very efficient way. Let's be honest, the most efficient way is to just simply go for the torpedo kills first, because they are the most difficult. On the way to acquire the spawn points for launching the plane, you will do a lot of damage anyway, and you also have a good chance then to get first place, and you only need it once. So if everything goes well, 2, 3, maybe even just 1 battle, as I said now multiple times. And I said the rewards are also nice. Now, this is still a few days for you to grind the necessary ships and planes, to think about your personal preference lineup, and to also train the maps with your clanmates, with your friends, to watch out for positions, how to create a crossfire, and how to single out enemy targets for the torpedo runs, either in patrol boats or in aircraft. And essentially that's it. What is there more to say? Well, again, let's go back to cruisers. When it comes to fulfill this mission, that screams like Japanese cruisers, because they have good gunfire power, but they also have the excellent torpedo firepower, and that is correct. But at the moment I see a big problem with the HE damage output that 8-inch guns, 6-inch guns, etc. have versus other armored targets. And with the AP, yes, you can get the one-shots, but at those extreme long ranges I don't think that you get the torpedo kills as reliable as with planes. On the other hand, and this is just guesswork here, there wasn't said anything about player controlled vessels, so maybe bots count as well. And that is your chance to probably go for a torpedo run with a patrol boat. And those American patrol boats, to go back to them, they have up to 4 torpedoes, which is a good single spread. And again, 1 hit is good enough. Another thing about cruisers is that I think in this patch, torpedo bulges have been implemented. So if you attack a cruiser with, for example, B7A2, then the thing is, you're not necessarily going to kill it with a torpedo strike like you did in previous patches. So you have to keep that in mind. Other than this, just sure, go for this, because I think that the long lances still have enough stopping power to one-shot such a cruiser. So I think that this is fast, this is fun, it's not really frustrating. You can prepare it in a reasonable way. You only need rank 2 planes and ships, and you still can grind it. The rewards are great, and this is your chance to also go a bit into the grind and just to get the toe into the water if you like it or not. Now, one thing that I have to say is the sound design is awful in this patch, but yeah, that's Gaijin for you. It's also kind of ridiculous with tanks and planes, but hey, just Gaijin things. Anyway, as I was saying, that's actually everything that there is to know. And you know what? I stop it here. Let's have a look at the post-battle results. And there we go, over 16,000 damage in one battle, first place, and 2 torpedo strikes. That is the majority of tasks already fulfilled. It would take 9,000 more damage and 1 torpedo kill, and I would have the star for the day. So it's easily doable in less than an hour, the rewards are great, and yeah, I would say if you get it in one mission done, that's one mission, one purpose. You get a virtual cookie if you get that reference. And that's it for me today, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening, please give this video a like if it did, subscribe if you want to see more, let me know in the comment section if this guide was helpful, and as usual, we will see each other in the skies, on the battlefields and on the waves of War Thunder.